Hey friends, good afternoon. Sunday, March 26th, 5 p.m. here in New York City. And unbelievably, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Beautiful. Perfection. So of course we had to go to favorite place in the city, Central Park. Do me a favor, say hi in the chat, let me know where you're watching from. Sunny, windy, beautiful blue sky. It's a gorgeous day. Lizzie's here, good to see you. Cammy G. Nathan Myers to Org Rock. Good afternoon to everybody. We are here at the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir. Sunday in Central Park, and of course, on a day this beautiful, we're going to stop and look at the blossoms. George Rucker, good to see you. Welcome everybody. Ooh, there's the geese. Beautiful. Ramona, welcome. We got California, Washington State. Welcome, West Coast friends. Ooh, it is so beautiful today. The funny thing is, it's today's temperature that's going to make some of these blossoms come out tomorrow. But I bet since the last time we were here, I'm guessing a bunch has come in, like these flowers off to my right, starting to come in. Brenda Freeland's here. Welcome everybody. Happy Sunday. Beautiful spring day here in New York City, 61 degrees Fahrenheit. If you want, hit exclamation point weather into the chat. We'll get the full details. It's windy right now, but I was looking at it, and I think now is the maximum wind, and that's going down. So whatever noise you're picking up, it should go down over time. British Gray, good to see you. Welcome. Oh, it's so lovely today. As you can see, there are going to be a ton of people here. We're definitely going to walk north a little bit. I want to go check out Conservatory Garden, see what's going on there. See, it might still be a little too early in the season for the flowers there. We'll go check it out and see what's going on. So as frequent viewers know, the reservoir officially runs one direction, and it is an active running track, so stopping, going the wrong way, all that stuff, not super great. The runners will very gladly yell at you. Pointing the camera west, that is Central Park West, and the towers of the El Dorado, or the beautiful apartment buildings in Central Park West. John Burke, welcome. So all these trees around the rim will eventually blossom. There were a couple at the beginning. And we're going to head north for a bit, but we will get to the west side of the reservoir eventually, where there's a good deal of cherry blossoms. And we'll have to see if more came in from our last visit.
Ow.
Gosh, it's actually like warm out. This is probably the busiest we've seen the park in a while, and I bet earlier this afternoon, I bet it was even busier. Of course, the soundtrack of the city, inescapable. In fact, it looks like an ambulance leaving the park, so hopefully they're okay. Hopefully it'll be okay. So we're gonna exit the reservoir just up ahead. There's a path out. We'll head north a bit, go see what's going on at Conservatory Garden. Maybe we'll take a peek at Harlem Meer. I think it's been a while since we've done that. But of course, before we go, let's point the camera south and take a look at Central Park South, the Midtown skyline. Beautiful. The sky is just incredible today. It does not get much better than this, folks. Perfect early spring day for New York City. Look at all these people. It's been so long. We even had a couple times, like on those cold, rainy days, where we basically had the park to ourselves. It's great to see everybody coming out, enjoying the beautiful day. All right, let's head out of the reservoir. Start heading in to Central Park North. So many people here today. Colleen, Nellie, welcome. Yeah, it's 61 degrees. Actually does feel warm with the sun today. There's a pretty strong breeze going though. So that's keeping us nice and comfortable. But you can see, not a lot of winter coats today. Ooh, I'm gonna have to sit down at some point. One of my shoelaces has come undone.
And
there should be some benches up ahead in a little bit. So we'll correct that at some point. Ramona says, I'm planning to visit New York City at the end of April, hoping to see the cherry blossoms. I bet there will be some because they're coming in so haphazardly because of the strange weather that we have, up and down, up and down, up and down. So there's some now, but my guess is, you know, some will come later. It's very weird times, very, very weird times. Let me show you guys the map. So this is where we started. Cooper Hewitt Smithsonian Design Museum. That's the part of the reservoir that we started at. We've walked this way. We exited the reservoir here. That's where we are now. We're gonna walk to Conservatory Garden and maybe even Harlem Meer and beyond. It's gonna be great. Ramona is checking Cherry Watch. Yeah, so I have two tabs open. One is Cherry Watch at the Brooklyn Botanic Garden, and I have one for Central Park. But I have a good feeling that we're going to see a lot of pretty color today. Again, it's going to be like all over the place, different places. If you go through some of our old videos, you just go to my my page and type in Central Park. There were a few from last spring when like everything just gets colorful. I'm really looking forward to that. So we're not there yet. Early days, but it's going to be fun to keep revisiting the park as more and more comes in. Nellie's aiming for next year. Hope everybody makes it and has fantastic trips. And obviously let us know if you need any suggestions or anything. Let's take a look at the flowers. Beautiful. And if any of our horticulturalists know the names and so forth, I'm not really an expert on any of this stuff. I just think it looks pretty. If you want to share the names, feel free. So north of 90th Street, north of the reservoir, you know, the park is not as busy for sure. But you can see on a beautiful day, so many people are coming out. And I bet during the daytime, I bet a lot of those baseball fields were in use. It'll get busier for sure into summer, but not quite as busy as the southern end of the park. But it's kind of nice up here. It's quieter. Feels a little different. Cami says petite daffodils. Well, I should probably know that, huh? RJ's checking in from Colorado. Welcome. Good to see you. I feel like there's a lot of pretty poor weather out west. Hope everybody's hanging in there. Saw rain, tornadoes. Ooh, and I saw there was a water advisory in Philadelphia because of another spill. Awful. If you're in Philly, make sure to check the news. Doesn't look too great. Look at this sky. We haven't had one like this in a while. It's so nice. Gosh. Just a beautiful day. All right, so up ahead in just a little bit, we'll start to make our way to the right, east. because we're going to go to Conservatory Garden. Conservatory Garden is a series of 3 formal gardens here in Central Park. Really beautiful. One of the 3 has been under renovation for a really long time. I think it still is, but we're very eager to see it
You didn't run that fast, you know.
completed. And then we've talked about Harlem Meer before. Really beautiful, lots of bird watching and fun stuff up there. And at Christmas time, we saw the Central Park Christmas tree lighting at Harlem Meer. That was really fun. But parts of that are also under construction. Oh, I wish I could explain how just perfect it feels right now. Red light, red light, red light. I'm starting to get a little frustrated by that because when we're here with the stroller, people won't stop, and it's really starting to get on my nerves. And just nobody cares. Like, they don't even acknowledge it. Cool, cool. As we like to say, I'm walking here. Ooh, I do see some color in Conservatory Garden, but I also see construction netting and so forth. So we'll find out as we get closer. I think it's still I think the 3rd garden is still being worked on, but it does look like there's going to be some color anyways. It's so dumb. I obviously want more bikes in the city and way fewer cars. But like, you see a guy pushing a stroller, you've got a red light, not cool. Not cool. Cammy says they must be colorblind. It's a very generous interpretation. So look at just the tops of these trees in here. Ooh, is it open? I see people walking around. Maybe it's open. Maybe it's just the fence that they're still working on. I really do need to stop and tie my shoelace. We'll do that when we get in there. I'm just so eager to see the full series of gardens and what we have going on. So you can see all the fencing and stuff, right? But I see people walking around. I wonder if maybe they've opened like pieces of it. Maybe they had a deadline they needed to meet. We'll open a few pieces and call it done. Ambrose, welcome, my friend. Were you summoned by my yelling at bikers? All right, gotta put you guys down for a second. Tie my shoelace. Sorry if there's noise. Let's move the mic up a little bit. So here we are. Incredible. So this garden has been closed for months. Oh my gosh, look at all this. So again, it's still early in the season, so stuff is still going to be coming in. But like, you do get a sense of what's going on. Oh, let me show you the flowers over here.
actually, Melinda, isn't the Bjorn in the bottom of that thing?
Incredible. And the paths here, much nicer. I think they must have widened this. I don't remember it being this wide. But it's been so long, who knows? So again, if you just joined, we're in Central Park and we're in Conservatory Garden. One of the most beautiful places you can visit in Central Park, and I would guess quite a few people haven't been here just because it's so far north. But it's really fun, and it's near the Museum of the City of New York. There's a lot of stuff in along Fifth Avenue as you go in this direction. Brian, Arjan, Joanne, welcome my friends. It's good to see everybody. What is that sound? Is that construction? I don't know if you guys can hear the kind of drilling or grinding sound. Yeah, Joanne, it's a beautiful day here. Beautiful day in New York. Hall Faze, how are you? What courthouse are you asking about? This is wonderful. This is what I was hoping we would find. So you can see there's still like the fencing and some construction equipment, so they're not totally done, but it's looking great. AC is here, checking in from New Jersey. Turned out to be an unexpected, beautiful day. Yeah, 100%. Ooh, look at this. Hall Faze, I heard there could be protests. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So it's so funny. So obviously, there's the whole maybe, could be news about a certain former president. We're not going to get into that. But the funny thing is, as Ambrose just mentioned, that at the same time that maybe could be news came out, Joker 2 is filming at the very same courthouse, and they sent out all these alerts because there were going to be hundreds of extras who were going to be protesting in the movie Joker 2. Lady Gaga was going to be there. And there were going to be like simulated explosions and all this weird stuff. So it's just so funny that those two things coincided like literally at the exact same time. And if you go on, I don't know, Instagram, Twitter, and you search Joker 2 filming New York City, you can find some of the shots. Pretty funny. Just hysterical timing. So we're now in Garden 2. It's just beautiful. So it's mostly green still. You know, we saw a few of the tulips and other things coming in, but still mostly green, but it's just like lush. It looks great. It actually starting to look like spring. So in the coming weeks, you know, we'll continue to come back. One of the things I love to do on this channel is just we revisit places. And part of what's fun is watching them change throughout the season. So we will of course come back, but I see some flowers. We're gonna make our way over to the third garden. I see some more beautiful flowers. Again, some of it's behind the fences. So they're obviously still finishing up maybe some repair work, but also some of the plantings. So again, like a couple weeks in April, it's gonna look so good here. So we'll call this a early preview of spring.
Oh yeah.
Feels like spring. Kinda, sorta starting to look like spring. Here's the entrance, by the way, the main entrance. This gate. Incredible. Brenda says Joker was my last movie in a theater. Wow. You might need to see Joker 2 for all the connections. So here's the garden. So we're right now, as you can see, Central Garden. We started at the South Garden. And now we're going to go to the North Garden. And that's called the Vanderbilt Gate. Oh, it's wonderful. It's really beautiful in here. Let me show you the full. Oh, Brian says Cleveland had similar filming for Spider-Man 2 and Winter Soldier. Very cool. I like your eyes. Welcome. All right, so this path is close, so we'll have to go around and we'll see if we can get into the North Garden. There's a lot of fencing over there. So let's see if we can get in over there. Let's see what the story is. But I'm seeing a lot of promising looking plants. Sabrina Fair, Walks in Camera, welcome. Yeah, 61 degrees here in New York City. It's unbelievably beautiful. And when you're in the sun, like I am right now, it actually feels hot. That's a feeling I haven't had for a while now. Funniest thing about New York, how quickly you have to go from turning on your heater to turning on your air conditioner. Gosh, it's like bright. It's a bright sunny day. So in the Conservatory Garden, by the way, there's all these beautiful paths with benches, and we're very near Mount Sinai Hospital, and you'll often see people in here, you know, around lunchtime having their break. All right, so I do see a few people in there, so we should be able to go in. Look at these plants. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. We were talking in our last chat with Walks in Camera that Little Amal is going to be in their vicinity, so I'm really hoping that you might get some video footage of Little Amal. This is fantastic. So I'll show you why this is a little funny in a second, but this is great. Gosh. Very Instagrammable. Okay, so here's why this is funny. All of the flower beds are totally bare. All of the flower beds are completely bare. So all of this will become colorful at some point. But again, it's still pretty early. So we have, you know, the trees here and there. Little signs of spring. But still a ways to go. Brian asking, do city workers maintain the garden? So it's the Central Park Conservancy. So there's people who work for the park. And I'll need to read up a little bit more. Central Park is, you know, a New York City park, but it has its own conservancy as well. Like it has, what do you call it? They've raised a ton of funds specifically for Central Park. So I'll have to read more about how, you know, how much is the conservancy versus New York City Parks Department. Not really well versed in that. Ooh, someone's playing with a model boat. Ramona says the Vanderbilt Gate was designed for the mansion of Cornelius Vanderbilt by the American architect George B. Post. I don't know if you could tell, it was like 20 feet tall.
You read that somewhere?
On the news, yeah.
On your own?
No, I heard about
So this is Harlem Meer. So we're now in the northeasternmost section of the park. Park runs from 59th Street up to 110th. And I think what we'll do actually is take that path today. Brenda asking, does the tree with flowers have a flower? The whole garden smells wonderful. It smells wonderful, and it's going to get better. It's going to get even better. It's early days. All right, so let's head over to that path. I have memories and video footage, if you want to go into the archives, of walking this path one winter when it was covered in snow and ice, which, as you guys know, we didn't have that this year. We did not have that this year. There's a fun little lookout point up there, which I think has cannons, if I remember. Bruce Lee, Jen, Sabrina, MN. Welcome, friends. Good to see everybody. This is Central Park. Honk honk. Our beautiful geese, our Canadian geese visitors. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So in this area, you'll often see those bird watching photographers, you know, with the crazy lenses. I often actually see them sitting. There's some seats straight ahead, and they'll just watch for hours. And because of the water here, and it's a, you know, I would say it's a little more peaceful over here than some areas. I think it gets some unique bird visitors. So we'll see what we see today. We had a good start with the geese. I see some ducks. We got to see that model model boat racing by. That's the Discovery Center, and that's where we saw the Christmas tree lighting this year. If anybody was with us for that, that was fun. Ambrose confirms, cannon on Fort Clinton lookout. Diana Lee, welcome. No outlet, path closed ahead. So as I was saying, on the western section of Harlem Meer, there's lots of construction going on. So maybe we're gonna maybe we'll head into the park from here. We'll do a little detour. I know if we go that way, we can see a little bit more, but requires some climbing. Let's do our climbing now. Just gorgeous today. So we're in the northern section, and I want to start heading west. It's possible we could see Flaco, our celebrity owl. I don't know for sure where he is these days, but I have have a slight guess. So we can head in that direction. But I would say I'm not super optimistic that we will find Flaco today. This section of the park, when you walk up these hills, great cardio. So we got to make a left and a right. That's where we were a little while ago. Ooh, deep breaths, friends, deep breaths. Trying to think, what's the best path? Maybe we'll go straight. We might get lost in the woods a little bit. Anybody coming? Nobody coming. Christian, welcome. Happy Sunday. Hope all's well. Whew. I'm not walking as frequently as I have been. Taking too many days off. Not good. Need to eat more Wheaties, I think, Christian. Maybe I'm not having enough. Getting a little too winded. So this is the western section I was telling you guys about. Tons of construction going on. This is the area where the pool will return to eventually. If you go on Central Park's website, they have pictures of what everything is going to look like. Oh, and a funny story. Sometimes, so again, I'm not like a huge bird person, but Flaco, I'm certainly interested in, a little local celebrity. So you can see there's some big construction equipment over there. And owls, I guess, do this thing called fly out. So after they're done sleeping and they head out for the day, at least that's my understanding, I could be wrong, Flaco flies out. I think normally kind of, and there's a lot of people, so I think Flaco must be right over here. So he does fly out, and people have been taking pictures of Flaco perched on some of the equipment like that cat. They're hysterical pictures. Beautiful, natural animal, you know, on a 5-ton piece of Caterpillar equipment. There's lots of people over here, so my guess is Flaco's nearby. This is where I thought he would be. So maybe we'll get lucky. Yeah, I see lots of people pointing cameras up into the trees. That is a good sign. So we'll try to get a glimpse of Flaco. We are in the North Woods, not too far from the pool. Okay, so there's the waterfall. There's lots of people. I'm trying to see where they're looking. And of course we'll zoom in, but he can be hard to see because we're just on a phone. Ooh, I'm hearing hooting. All right, bear with me a second while I get my bearings. Let me try to figure this out. Oh, movement. Ooh, is he awake? All right, bear with me. Oh, I can see his wings. Wow. Ooh, we're like... I'm facing the sun, so this is like, for you guys, it's the worst. Hold on, let me go around. Let me try to get a better angle, but I just got to see his wings. That's so cool. That's so cool, and he's hooting. This is probably the latest we've seen him, so maybe he's about to fly out. He's like awake and... Oh yeah, oh my gosh. Oh, let me see if I can zoom in. Okay. God, this is so annoying. I have to like... Oh, there he is. That's Flaco. I just want to see him show you guys his wings. But you can probably see him kind of moving around a little bit. You can see his little owl eyebrows. Oh yeah, there he goes. Those little things popping out at the top, those are like his cool eyebrows. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad. I really was not expecting us to find him. That's so cool. And this is actually, for us, pretty good. Yeah, you can really hear him. We'll stay with him for a minute because I just want to see if he'll show us his wings one more time. I got to see, you could sort of see some of the individual feathers. It was really cool. Yeah, so if you Google Flaco, you can obviously see pictures of him. He's a Eurasian eagle owl, so if you Google that, if somebody wants to type Eurasian eagle owl into the chat so people know how to spell it, so I'm sure Google will help you out. Oh, that's awesome. He's a real celebrity. There's a lot of people here. All right. Let me show you kind of where we are for a sec. And I'll keep my eyes on him in case he does something interesting. Wow. So there's a waterfall, but there's also one right here. Well, that's definitely the best view I've gotten of Flaco. We've now seen him, this is probably, I guess, maybe the 4th time we've seen him, but that's probably the best view we've gotten because he's awake. I don't know that we've actually seen him kind of moving around at all yet, let alone hooting. That was really cool. He does look like he's like, at any moment could fly off. Ah. Awesome. All right, my friends, let's say farewell to Flaco. That was fun. Let's head in a little bit. Oh, really cool. Glad we got to experience that.
Oui, oui, bah ça.
What?
Definitely cute. Owls aren't creatures you see.
Let me see if we get another angle, if we get a particularly interesting angle. Gosh, there's a lot of people. And there's a guy over there with like a serious setup. Even by the standards of Central Park photographers we've seen before. Where did he go? It's crazy. Every branch looks exactly the same. You can really hear him though. Oh, that was awesome. All right, I think let's head into the park a little more. That was a cool experience. Very cool experience. The folks who are gonna sort of wait around there, they will probably get video of him flying at some point tonight, which I'm sure is really cool. And then somebody will get the shot I was describing of him on top of that caterpillar. I don't think we've heard him hooting before. That might have been a first for us. He really carries. It's really impressive. Squirrels. So this is the North Woods. It's kind of similar to the Ramble in the middle of Central Park. Twists and turns, lots of woods, lots of animals. Really easy to lose your way, but super pretty. Christian says, one of the world's biggest in terms of size, wingspan, mass, surely is a handsome guy. And he's got serious eyebrows. Is this giving anybody else like Lord of the Rings vibes? Joanne says he may be searching for a mate. It is spring. Well, we've talked about there's Geraldine. I wonder if they're compatible. I don't really know that, how that works. I wonder if they're aware of each other's presence in the park. Beautiful.
Someone's like running.
So as we follow this water, it takes us over to the pool, which some of you may recall we saw our redhead duck. But I heard recently he might be gone. I don't know for sure, but that's something I thought I saw. From this point forward, the park's going to get much busier.
What stick did I throw in?
Christian mentioning the hawks. Yeah, I heard that Flaco has had to deal with some of them. Brenda says, I'm surprised there are no eagles. I heard there was an eagle in Prospect Park. And I've always wanted to see one in the wild, but I have not had the time to get to Prospect Park. Show you the ducks. The Mighty Bull, welcome. And the Mighty Bull, I meant to thank you for your donation in a recent stream. I think when we were down by Charging Bull, we had a tough connection that day. So I wasn't able to do it live, but doing it now. Many, 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 many thanks for supporting our work. We are in Central Park today. I'm trying to think, are there any bulls in Central Park? Let me think. I will ponder that one, I'm not sure. Trying to see if there's any particularly colorful ducks while we're still here. They're all just hanging out. Seems pretty peaceful today. Oh, what? Now they're making lots of noise. Where are they going towards? What did they find? Where are they? Oh. What are they fighting over? Funny ducks. My friends, let's head into the park a little bit more. I want to get as much of the park in while there's still light out so that we have good views of the flowers and so forth, like these, just over to my right. Hey Marty, welcome. Good to see you. We are in Central Park today. Still early, but lots more color than last time we were here. And we just got a really good sighting of Flaco, including some movement and hooting. So if anybody just joined, I'll add chapters later on so you can, I'll mark a timestamp for Flaco. So where do we want to head next? We want to head next towards the reservoir, west side of the reservoir, where we know there are cherry blossoms. So let's head there next. Robojax, welcome. Good to see you. Nabul, good to see everybody. So again, having to struggle through people who can't see the stoplight. John says, looks like spring to me. Sure does. And Connie's enjoying. Hey, thanks for being with us. Sebastian, good to see you. If I didn't see your name pop up just yet, welcome. Glad to have you. A little spring exploring here in Central Park. It's a beautiful day, 60 degrees now. Pam, Jerry, it's good to see everybody. It's so nice out today. It is so nice out today. So let's see, we started at East 90th Street at the Reservoir on the east side, walked about a mile north. Now we're going to do about a mile south to get to the west side of the reservoir. So we are getting our steps in.
We were watching that YouTube.
So many people running, biking, walking the dog. And again, it's going to get a lot busier as we go south. Okay. Cool, bro. Lots of great color today. Amriki, welcome. Did you guys, if you follow me on Instagram, same name, Bagels and Walks on Instagram, I posted that the Woolman ice skating rink for summer is going to be turned into pickleball courts. Curious what you guys think of that. Somebody had said, I thought it was going to be a roller skating rink. So I'm a little surprised it's going to be pickleball. I did not see that coming. Mighty Bull, looking for anything bull related. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything bull related in Central Park. Maybe those people are paying, oh my gosh. It must be spring. The drinking games are back. El Dorado up ahead. Ooh, and our favorite weird-looking trees coming up. And Men says a gorgeous day. Yeah, no, it's an absolutely beautiful day. Absolutely beautiful. This tree always cracks me up every time I see it. Weirdest looking tree. It's like it has, I don't even know how to describe it.
It's like you're gonna shoot that this week. We're just gonna close the deal with all of the
Always cracks me up. Look at that dog take a jog. All right, we are nearly back to the reservoir, and we're actually going to walk alongside the reservoir on what's called the bridle path. And you guys will see some beautiful cherry blossoms in just a little bit. Again, the El Dorado. Terry, good to see you. And it looks like Connie's celebrating a birthday. Big birthday hugs. Hope it's a great year. Oh, unicycle. Unicycle, folks. Birthday unicycle for Connie. Got the tents coming out. Amazing. Amazing. Lots of birthday wishes in the chat. We love to see it. Beautiful community. Thank you for spreading the love and good cheer. Many happy returns. So to our left, those folks are on the bridle path. So in a little moment, we will start heading in that direction. Oh, I've been missing days like this. I'm still not super thrilled that we didn't have much in the way of snow this year. You know, and one should never say never, because there's always, especially given how weird things have been, there's always the possibility of like a late April snow. It has happened before. But it does feel really nice out. ABX is here, walked 8 miles. Fantastic. Let me see what the watch says so far. Ooh, I forgot to start my walk. So I just have to look at the day. Total distance 3.5 miles for today. But most of today, this is most of today's walking. All right, so just here, we're gonna make one more left onto the path, and we will go find the current state of the cherry blossoms. Still a work in progress for sure. Very early in the season. In peak cherry blossom time, this whole path gets covered in petals and it's incredibly beautiful. I think some of these trees had already blossomed, so I think some of them might already be gone. Oh, that's the thing with spring. Here today, gone tomorrow. I think up ahead we should find some still though. Gabriella, hello. John Hardy, welcome. Thanks everybody for being with us, hanging on out here in Central Park. Yeah, see, that one's getting kind of dark already. Let me pop out here because it looks like the ones that are most in the sun, which does make sense, doesn't it, are the ones that have started to come in. So we saw this, I guess, over a week ago, and I think it's already saying goodbye, folks. This is why you gotta be quick on the draw with cherry blossoms. The moment you hear about them. Wow. My wife, I took my wife Lisa here, and there were a bunch. They were beautiful. And it looks like a lot of them are already gone. Wow. Okay. There's sort of one at the end, but here today, gone tomorrow. In this case, gone today. We tried. We will find other stuff as we go. Speaking of my beautiful wife, Lisa, we have an anniversary coming up. And for reasons, she showed me the present she got me, which is a really beautiful framed image of the gates in Central Park. The beautiful project from 2005. And we talked about that before, but that was I've been in New York since 2004. So it was one of the first big things I got to experience here in New York. So really fun. So shout out Lisa for that. Maybe I'll post a picture of it to Instagram. Pity the cherry blossoms. You can see the little birds up there. But the color is fading. All right, well, we really lucked out at Conservatory Garden. Was way better than I expected. So onwards into the park, further south. Make it back home. Good to see you. Hope everybody's having a nice evening. Oh, the musicians are out. A lot of people enjoying the Reservoir. Mighty Bull sharing greetings. Let's head towards the Great Lawn, I think, next. I'll keep my eyes peeled in case we need to get pulled in a different direction, but for the moment, I think let's head towards the Great Lawn. Pam, thank you for Scythia. I was looking for that word. Those are the yellow, it's like this, right? Right here? Let me know. I was like, there's an S in there somewhere. Next, on the way to the Great Lawn, the Arthur Ross Pinetum. So the big, beautiful pine trees, and let me tell you, it smells so nice in here. Smells lovely.
I don't think they're rooted in reality, and I don't think they have a command of their own.
This area, by the way, also the former home of Seneca Village. Sun's starting to come down. What is sunset tonight? Is it 7:15? Nabul says, is the sound cutting just one on my side? Oh, let me know. Let me know if we're having any sound difficulties. Nobody has mentioned anything yet.
It's like the...
Joanne says sound cutting in and out. Do we think it's a network thing or do we think it's a microphone thing? I can take out the mic and you guys can tell me if that makes things better or worse. Right, mic is disconnected now. So if there's wind, you'll hear that, but let me know if the cutting out is any better. Oh my gosh, there's a huge number of people. My beautiful wife, Lisa, she says, not a mic issue. So maybe it's the network. Mine's still cutting in and out badly. Huh. That's very strange. Everything looks okay on this end. More static with mic out. Very weird. All right, let's plug back in. I have to sit down to plug it back in. Strange, strange, strange. Anyways, my apologies. All right, well, we're plugged in again. We will hope for the best. And I see some nice color up ahead, and I see lots of people. Very weird. The connection looks great on my end, but I just got a prism alert about the network. Strange, strange. My beautiful wife Lisa predicted we would have network issues today just because of how busy the park is. But I said it is such a beautiful day, we have to go to the park. Beautiful. So we are working our way around the Great Lawn. Lots of people up ahead in our distance, enjoying the lawns, picnics, probably a glass of wine.
I've never.
We'll make a turn here, head towards Belvedere Castle. Get some nice panoramas of this area. Let's go over here first. Let's see what's going on at Turtle Pond. Usually there's a lot of folks over here. Wonder where everybody is. It's fun over here because you get a beautiful view of Turtle Pond, but also Belvedere Castle. A little bit of a silhouette because of the sun. Again, lots of people picnicking out here. So this is one of the side lawns near the Great Lawn. And this is Turtle Pond, but at the moment at least, we often see geese and ducks. I only see a couple. Oh, there's one. There's a couple. There's a couple. They were sneaky. It may be warm enough, especially in that area. I bet some of the turtles are out. I'm just trying to look around the path to see if I spot any. We've missed them this winter. They've been hiding. All right, let's head over to Belvedere Castle. We'll pass the Delacorte Theater, where soon enough they will be doing Shakespeare in the Park.
I think, bro, you might see Hobby.
statue. It's called like Candy Queen.
That's part of the
There's the Delacorte Theater, along with a couple of Shakespearean statues, The Tempest and Romeo and Juliet. So around the time you guys mentioned the audio, I got a weird Prism. Prism is the app I use to stream. I got a really weird message from it, which of course went away a little more quickly than I could read it.
For that.
But it did mention that I saw the word chat. So I think there's a decent chance I have lost the chat. We always have two options when that happens. We can press on, or I have to end here and start a new stream. But of course, if I do that, there is no promise that it won't just happen again. So let me mull that over as we walk over to Belvedere Castle. Beautiful over here.
Wait, so
And you were like probably there like. It wasn't right. Yeah, it was what you like.
There's a fertilizer, manufacturer.
Beautiful Belvedere Castle. This is where they take the weather readings in Central Park. Again, I think the high today was 61 degrees. Felt so nice. So nice. Still feels nice.
under renovation, so I'm actually not used to it being renovated. די.
בסוף יהיה אולי אחת חצי דקה.
אבל גם זה משהו.
So that's the pier we were on a little while ago.
רק פספס משהו. אתה עושה היציאה בכל התמונות.
Beautiful. Turtle Pond as seen from Belvedere Castle. And here's the Delacorte Theater. Gorgeous. All right, since we're here and I have some places I can put the phone for a second, I think I'm going to end the stream here, start a second one, so I apologize, you'll have to rejoin. But it's way more fun with the chat, so I will see you guys in a few moments. All right, my friends, we're back. Sorry about that. Ooh, really loud birds. Walks in camera, Lizzie. Chad is back. Oh, these are way more. The part of the point of doing a live stream is to interact. So it's a little less fun when that feature falls out the window. Nabul, MN, Joanne, Ramona, Mika. Good to see everybody. Sorry for the trouble. Hopefully won't happen again. I thought we were past that with Prism. Nabul, we're back. ER. Marie. Welcome everybody. We're back. We're back. The chat is back. I'm back, you're back, the chat is back. And we apologize for the technical difficulties. I told you, my wife told me it was going to be too busy in the park today. But I said, it is so nice. There are so many things worth seeing that it would be worth doing our best anyhow. And here we are. AC, John, Brenda, welcome back. Thank you for your persistence. Walking by the Swedish Cottage, also the Marionette Theater. Nabul says the joy of live streaming. Exactly. You really never know what you're going to get. That's why sometimes I post backup. We get one nice thing about Prism is it saves a backup usually. And so if we have like really tough network issues or other things, sometimes I post the backup after the fact, but we prefer being in the moment with you all. All right, so we're coming up to the lake next. We saw the reservoir, we saw the pool. Now the lake. This is where they do the rowboats and so forth. And we've mentioned that they did indeed find a new operator for the Loeb Boathouse. So all of that should be back. Pam, Cammie, if I missed your name, hello. Welcome, welcome back.
Well, she wants to get a can. Yeah.
As we like to say, Try again.
Yeah, Gimbal.
So we saw the twin towers of the El Dorado as we make our way down to the lake. It is the twin towers of the San Remo this time. Both very beautiful. Especially on a day like today. And I am indeed seeing the sun begin to go down. Let's see what time it is, 6:37. Oh, there, right there. There it is. Just peeking through the trees in Central Park West. Again, lots and lots of people here in the park today. That seems like the sort of thing I have to look forward to in my future. Ooh, look at that duck. Sam Jackson, Stylish Bunny. Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate you guys making your way back. We will make our way around the lake and head over to Bethesda Terrace. I heard rumor that the fountains have recently been turned back on. I would love to see that for myself. So let us head in that direction. Yeah, so you have the San Remo, and then further down in a more Art Deco style is the Majestic, and in between one of the buildings is the Dakota. Let's go walk by the water for a moment though. Looks beautiful. Heinz Tang, Merck.
I wanted to use this.
Ooh, Merck, I didn't know if it's illegal. I mean, I don't know one way or the other, but what I did learn this year is that sometimes people feed them the wrong things, the ducks, and it can really do damage to them. I'm sure some people feed them the right things, but of course in a place like this, I think they're able to feed themselves. Beautiful view, Central Park South. Ladies Pavilion to our left. And right here, this is just one of the boat landings. Jeanette, thanks for making your way back with us. The joys of live streaming. Walks the camera, says bread is not good. Yeah, that's one of the things we've heard, and that's what a lot of people do. They get this thing called angel wing, and it prevents them from flying, which just makes me sad. All right, so we could and often do go right. That's the Dakota right there, but Today we're going to head towards Bethesda Terrace, Fountain, Arcade. What other names does it have? And in that direction is also an area called Cherry Hill, which also gets beautiful blossoms. And I kind of want to see what the story is there. Ooh, did I catch that bird landing? It might have been behind the trees.
Like all of them were like we looked them up after. That'd be fair.
Peanuts, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm not super familiar with what's good or not.
Sided.
One last look at the tip top of the Dakota. Beautiful. We just learned recently that one famous resident, Yoko Ono, will be moving out. She'll be leaving. I guess Sean Lennon may keep the apartment, but she will not be residing there anymore. Stylish says individuals will be prohibited from feeding all animals, including squirrels, pigeons, and other birds, in areas under the jurisdiction of New York City parks. That sounds pretty official to me. Ooh, look at these flowers. Mega colorful.
You did a good job. Looks like a...
Merck says one guy in Central Park feeds the rats. Well, I've told you guys, I've had some run-ins with the raccoons. They really crack me up. They look gigantic. And I saw one, I mean, first of all, they look just like bandits. And I saw one coming out of the trash one night. Didn't bother me or anything. I didn't bother it. But it was just hysterical watching a gigantic one come out of the trash. Felt like a very New York moment. Cami says bluebells. Anybody from Texas know bluebell ice cream? Or anybody familiar with bluebell ice cream? Oh God, tropical days. Causing mayhem. Oh wow. Look at the hill over here, covered in people. Assuming the battery lasts long enough, I'm hoping we will get to Sheep Meadow. Support says, have we seen Pizza Rat? Oh, that's so fun. You know what we saw? What was it? Was it at the marathon? Was it somebody dressed as Pizza Rat at the marathon? We did see a Pizza Rat. Just the thought cracks me up. I think it was at the marathon. Ooh, there are some, I do see a handful of blossoms. Again, it's super weird right now because we've had cold days, warm days. And so all the plants are like totally confused. But I see a handful of blossoms. So this is Cherry Hill. And we're gonna walk around the lake once more and take the path to Bethesda. And I can already hear the music. There's some music over here. I'm sure there's gonna be lots of music at Bethesda. And along the way, we get to see some cherry blossoms and Bow Bridge. We are indeed, Jeanette, but we've been in New York now for 19 years. So we consider ourselves New Yorkers at this point. All right, let me get a nice shot of the San Remo. Hey, Vinny, good to see you. Glad many of our friends have made it to part 2 of the stream. Fingers crossed, fewer technical difficulties. I have some videos from here last year, including some shorts, I think.
Yeah.
Again, if you ever just go into the channel and type things into the search bar like Cherry Blossom or just Central Park and look for, you know, March and April, you can find footage from last year. We've had some real incredible sights here in the park. Bow Bridge, romantic Bow Bridge. Trying to see sometimes models, sometimes proposals. Always stuff going on.
Yeah, I'm not quite ready. No, it looks like
No, it's well maintained and
Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Ambrose says, don't care about the San Remo until I get turned around in Central Park. Yeah, no, it's like once you learn your landmarks, it does make it very easy to situate yourself, especially if you're in kind of the middle. Like the Ramble or the Woods. To me, this is a great shot. Click. And they recently just redid the wood there. Very nice. Very nice. The dogs are loving the hills right now.
But I've seen 70.
And hopefully you're spotting some of the blossoms as we go around. And more buds, so lots will be coming in over the coming weeks. I'm really excited for it. Stylish says this bridge has so many weddings on it. Yep. Absolutely. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Some beautiful, beautiful trees up ahead. Marie says a lot of people enjoying the day. Absolutely. 60 degrees in New York. Ooh, there's a dance class going on. It's all happening, folks. Spring. Spring is here. Spring has sprung. Walks the camera, heading out. Hey, have a great night from here in New York all the way to London. Chris MG is here. Our correspondent from Granada. Let me get a close-up on these. Just gorgeous. Oh, there's probably some engagement photos. This is still the lake, by the way. And in summer, we'll start to see the rowboats. Cami says Magnolia. Sport says I spotted an owl. We saw Flaco in the last stream. And I'll add chapters later so folks will be able to find it easily. But he was moving around and hooting. We had an incredible encounter with Flaco, actually. Oh, Jeanette, very kind, thank you. Thanks for exploring this fair city with us. And here it is, the fountain, Bethesda fountain. And it is on indeed. I mean, this is as official as it gets that spring is here, right? The fountain is on again. The fountain's on, the salsa's playing. Blossoms, blossoming. Oh, it looks like Kazoo 365. If you've been with us before, he's the guy who's got the incredible, very Tom Waits style voice. Looks like he's taking a little break, tuning the guitar. And more music in the arcade. So it may buffer around the arcade just because we're going under the stone, but we'll listen to some music and I'll show you the frescoes and the Minton tiles on the ceiling, which are absolutely incredible. So just bear with me for a few moments. Hopefully you'll get to see some of it. Not too shabby, folks, not too shabby. Yes, Leonard Cohen, hallelujah. So his estate will be getting any ad revenue today. You're welcome, Leonard. I guess Leonard's family. Yeah, the person playing, by the way, is a guitarist named Carlos. He's really good. He's really good. If you go on YouTube, I mean, he's been in a bunch of our videos, but if you type Carlos Central Park, you can find lots of footage of him. He's really good. So this is the mall and the literary walk. On our left, the Naumburg Bandshell. And again, that was the Bethesda arcade. Beautiful frescoes on the walls and the Minton tiles on the ceiling, which are so beautiful, especially as it sort of gets darker. They really pop. Oh, ER says Bon Jovi does an amazing version of that song. I'm trying to look in the distance. I'm not actually seeing anybody in Sheep Meadow, and it looks like the gate is closed, so they might still be letting Sheep Meadow rest. Oh, it would have been packed today if it was open. But it looks... I think there's a couple people in there who may have hopped the fence, but other than that, it looks pretty empty. So this is the literary walk. Ah, Jeanette found us via Dutch Moz, our wonderful friend. Terrific live streamer, licensed New York City tour guide, and a absolute New York character. Love hanging out with Dutch. He did the Bay Ridge St. Patrick's Day parade today, which we enjoyed a bit of. Chris always loves this walkway. Yeah, it's one of the few straight paths in Central Park. Certainly the biggest that I'm familiar with. And when it snows and these trees and everything turns white, it is ethereal. More music. Music everywhere we go. And balloons and flowers. Ooh, and I see the sun going down. So let's head over this way where we can get a nice view of Central Park South as the sun goes down. Seven o'clock, so my guess is sunset is in about the next 15 minutes. Somebody may have posted it, but I don't see every chat. I think it's at 7:15, that's my guess. And it is 7 o'clock now, so our timing is quite nice, quite nice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through this area, and there's a few lookout points up ahead where we can get a nice vista of Central Park South as that child throws a stick at us. Oh, all of these visions of my future. My young child throwing sticks at me. Stylish. With the confirmation, 7:14. All right, well, we were close. A couple nights ago it was 7:12, so time is marching steadily on. Later and later sunsets. Not the most colorful tonight. We've had some absolutely stunning sunsets. In fact, if you follow our second channel, Sounds by Sean, we cut out the sunset from one of our last live streams on the Hudson River. We set it with some ambient music, really slow music. William Shakespeare. So feel free to check that Sounds by Sean out if you want to check out that video. I thought it turned out pretty well. We really lucked out. That was a beautiful one. Oh gosh, and does anybody remember what happened the last time we were over here? Do we have the right of way? So let's take advantage of that. And I actually want to be on this path. And since nobody's coming, let's hop over here. So last time we were here, that's the dairy, which is the gift shop and the visitor center. And last time we were here, a guy was trying to impress what appeared to be his significant other. Jumped up on, you know, like little metal thing, a couple feet high. And I guess he lost his footing, and his, let's just say his manhood was bruised. And moments later I saw the significant other. He was just decked out on the floor. And she was comforting at least his ego. But oh my God, that really cracked me up. Navy veteran checking in. Thanks for the great video. Native New Yorker, long time ago. Hey, thanks for being with us. We were on the Hudson the other day and people were asking about Fleet Week. All right, folks, this is where we're headed. So this is where we're going to enjoy a little sunset view. You know, whenever we start a stream around 5 p.m., you can trust that we will probably try to get some sunset. $7:04. See, the colors, it's not spectacular tonight. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's not spectacular. So we'll enjoy a little bit of it, but we've had some days where the whole sky turns red. The towers of Billionaires Row. So this is Central Park South. Central Park South, officially 59th Street. The towers of Billionaires Row between 57 and 58. Ooh, and in the distance, I can see the clock, 7:03 p.m. still says 61. That seems, it feels to me like it's cooled off a bit. My watch says 58. It is a terrific view. There's very funny stories about Billionaires Row. It's a little hard to know exactly what to believe because some of this is lawsuits. But basically, so these people have spent millions. I mean, and when I say millions, like some of these are $100 million. They're incredibly expensive apartments. And these are novel structures, meaning like the engineering and the architecture to make these super tall structures is like brand new, never been done before. And so some of the tenants, some of the people who own units in these buildings have been complaining about them, which is always, I mean, for me at least, it's funny to listen to like the richest people on earth complain about their apartment. But basically, like some of the stories are they hear screams and it's the trash going down reaches apparently such speeds that it just makes these incredible noises. There's all sorts of plumbing problems. There's elevator problems. Oh, it just cracks me up. It just cracks me up. We feel immense sympathy, don't we? 432 Park Avenue to our left. In the middle of the frame, that's Woolman Rink. So as I was saying, the most recent news is that it may become pickleball courts this summer. I do love that Essex House sign. And if you Google, you know, black and white or vintage photos from Central Park and Central Park South, it's fun to compare the current skyline to what it used to look like a long time ago. A lot of the buildings were there. Yeah, that's what I saw, Ambrose. I find it interesting news. Interesting news. I thought it was somebody had said it was going to be a roller skating rink, but oh, that noise, by the way, is the zoo. Something is going on at the zoo. I'm trying to see if we went over there, could we see anything? What kind of animal makes that noise? Should we go look? I guess we're obligated to go look. Maybe it's somebody looking for Flaco. Wow, I can't see anything. But quite a sound, quite a sound. All right, let's head over to my beautiful wife Lisa's favorite view in Central Park. Over by the pond. Definitely a bird, maybe, yeah, I don't know which kind. Definitely a bird, but I don't know which kind. Quite intense. Let's head over to pond. So we've seen the reservoir, the pool, the lake, and now the pond. Seeing everything. All of the
I'm scouting right now.
beautiful bodies of water here in Central Park. So we're going to go over to Gapstow Bridge. Ooh, look at that view. We will walk over to Gapstow Bridge and get my wife her favorite view. Cami says maybe a crested crane. I'm sure it would have been interesting to see it making that noise.
It is good though. But it just
Yeah, that's going to be a great photo. All right. As the lights of the plaza come online, beautiful.
Bro, that's never happened.
So speaking of these tall buildings, that's the Sherry Netherland, and there was a story there recently. Somebody was arrested, and very, very, very mysteriously during the arrest, their apartment, a penthouse in the Sherry Netherland, which I cannot even begin to imagine how much that costs, caught fire. And speaking of fellow YouTubers, Gabe from Walking Commuter caught at the end of his stream, no, it was not a stream, it was a recorded video, I think. I think it was a walk in Central Park. He popped out of the park at this corner, and there were all these ambulances and fire vehicles and stuff, and he caught the moment of them responding to that fire. Gabe, Walking Commuter. I thought that was super interesting. But you can see all the scaffolding and stuff, so obviously it did a bunch of damage that they're repairing. So let me show you guys Gapstow Bridge where we were just standing. This is like the most peaceful spot you can stand in Central Park, by the way. To me, this is like the most peaceful part of Central Park, and it's so funny because it's next to 59th Street and 5th Avenue, which is like the busiest intersection. But the pond, the birds, the bridge, it's just perfect over here. Marie asking, what was the white building? So, if you mean this one, that's the General Motors building. And if you mean this one, that's the Plaza Hotel. And then in between, I assume it has a name, but there's the men's department of Bergdorf Goodman is kind of in the middle. But I assume it has an actual name. I just don't know what it is. Oh, that was super cute. Super cute, really little boy who probably just started walking. How cute. That's one of the nicer things in my future, as opposed to the having sticks thrown at me part. All right, let's pop out for a minute. We don't have a ton of battery life left, but let's see a little bit of the city while we're here. We enjoyed Central Park. We even got a little bit of panorama by the sunset. We even got to hear a really weird bird sound. Beautiful flowers. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So let's head into the city proper for just a moment. Oh, I know what I want to see. I definitely know what I want to see. I know what I want to see. I'm gonna walk a little quickly because I don't have a ton of battery life left. And this is the wrong time to do this, but I'm here, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna go see the Louis Vuitton building, which has just added new artwork. We're gonna rush over and we'll end our stream looking at the brand new artwork at the Louis Vuitton building. And Cammy said, and the hooting of Flaco. I mean, the full Flaco sighting. I didn't think we would find him. And not only did we find him, but incredible view for our little iPhone, at least. And the hooting, yeah, totally. Good call. All right, so we're gonna rush over to 57th Street. All right, let's stretch our legs. We're gonna cross 5th. No, actually, I think we wanna be on this side of the street. I think we wanna stay on this side. All right, abbreviated tour, Apple Store, Dior, Pulitzer Fountain, Plaza Hotel. I actually posted, I think it was yesterday, a 2-hour walk down 5th Avenue. So if you actually want to slow down and see some of these sights, I posted that yesterday. But today, since we're running out of juice, we're gonna run over to 57th Street. Ooh, we want this light. Not red yet. Oh, new stuff at Bergdorf. All right, I'll have to come back for Bergdorf one of these. We'll do a stream on 5th, but this is the truly abbreviated tour right now. This is the Sean is running out of battery, but has one thing he really wants to see tour of 5th Avenue from 59th Street to 57th. This is Van Cleef, covered in beautiful flowers. Joanne says, Plaza looks totally different with the scaffolding down. Ooh, I really want to show you guys, but I think I want to get across the street to get the full effect. All right, hopefully this was worth me rushing over here. This would be much better in the daytime with the sun and everything, but all right, my friends, 57th Street, 5th Avenue, looking at the beautiful new artwork at Louis Vuitton, welcoming spring to New York City. Kind of a funny way to end the stream after a couple hours in Central Park, but it does still kind of match the vibe. It does still kind of fit. So my friends, it's been fun. Thanks everybody. We had a little technical difficulties in the last stream, so we had to start a second one. That's always a pain. So thanks everybody for making their way back over. I'll add some chapters later on, and who knows, I might even combine the videos just because of the problems we had, so we'll see. But if you missed the beginning, I'll try to make it easier for you to check that out. Thanks everybody for being with us. As always, we love hanging on out. Marie, Lucero, Stylish Bunny, Chris MG, Brenda, Ramona, Cami, John, Merck, AC, Joanne, Cami G, ER Trauma, and many, 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 many other people along the way. We loved hanging on out tonight. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'm fresh out of videos, so I don't know what's coming next. We might try to record some more sometime. And of course, we'll be going live again in the near future. If you're new to the channel, check out some of our other videos. We posted a huge one from 5th Avenue, I think yesterday. And we have lots of other fun ones recently. Lower Manhattan, the Brooklyn Bridge, the High Line, and lots more. But leave a like if you enjoy this. Hope you'll consider subscribing. And as ever, we will see you again sometime real soon. Thanks for being with us. Cheers, everybody. Have a great night. Bye.